Testing. Testing. Test ickles. Welcome everyone to episode 664 of the Daily Mother Swole, the most muscular Swolecast, Beercast, Broadcast, Gaincast, Mancast, Pumpcast in the realm and triple broadcast. Because when I flex, you flex, we all flex our biceps, and I am feeling large and in charge. Welcome everyone on Facebook Live, Instagram Live, and now YouTube Live. So I have never, let's just start this off. I have never, ever done YouTube Live before. Of all the things that I have done, I've done Musically, I've done Twitter, I've done so many other platforms. I have not done YouTube Live, and this is just, I think, the absolute turning point in what we do here as a community, because this is my first endeavor into really engaging the YouTube community. So I am fucking amped beyond belief. How is the picture on all these? Does it look good across the board? Because I did everything from upgrading my internet to getting an additional device to do a triple live broadcast. Like, it's fucking intense over here. It's intense over here. And let's get this on the old Swole Motion train. What's going on, Gus? Say hi when you come in, especially if you're on YouTube. I need to get used to seeing the comments, what the comments look like. So make sure you drop a comment. I got some bone broth here. Facebook looks good. How's the picture on Instagram? How are we looking on Ansel Nil, Cody? What's going on YouTube? How's the picture quality and the sound and everything? Everyone tell me how it looks, like on a scale of 1 to 5. How does it look and how does it sound? So wherever you're watching, 1 to 5, 5 being the best, 1 being the worst. I'm just curious. I'm curious. I want to do some hacking here. So if it looks and sounds amazing, I want you to give me a 5. Quality is good, coming through clear. So YouTube, boom, we're good. 5 on Facebook, a 6 on Instagram. Out of 5, I just hit a 6. Because of that, let's just get this, I want to document this for Swole Motion. Now, those of you that obviously are following on YouTube, you might know Swole Motion, and we are here, my first, Papa Swolio's first triple live broadcast. This is the beginning of an amazing era, fam. And I have a great fire episode for all of you today once we get into it. I'm just kind of overwhelmed. I'm really fucking amped to get YouTube involved. I don't know. It just never, stars are aligning and just everything is just working out the way I think, it should. Like, I did not expect this to happen today. I did not expect this to happen today. I'm like shaking. I'm so excited because one thing that I've always missed was the interaction on YouTube. You know, I answer comments, and those of you that follow me, obviously you follow me. I'm always answering messages. I'm always answering comments. Like, I'm always very, 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 very engaged with the community. So if you ask me a question on any of these platforms, like those of you that comment on YouTube, I really try to get to all of them as best I can. It's a little bit harder to answer comments on YouTube. Anyone that's ever tried, even with an app, it's just hard. It sends you to an email. It sends you to the web app. It's just so much easier to answer comments on Facebook and Instagram. So that's why maybe I don't get to all of them. But I really have been missing that interactive feel, even with the messages. YouTube always seemed kind of distant. So now that, you know, we're able to go live here, I think that's going to change the game. Lena on YouTube, what's up? I think that, because that's going to change the game. It's going to open up so much time for me. Because I'll tell you, if anyone has ever done video editing and you try to export like a high definition 4, 5, 6 gigabyte file, the export is slow. You know, the upload is slow and the posting, it's just very tedious. This is going to open up my ability to make a lot more content. And if YouTube looks better than Facebook, you're like, damn, that's awesome. I'm glad we can do that. So now, if you enjoy watching on YouTube Live more, you can go back and forth. All three of them, go all four. Are you watching the CrossFit Open 16 or 18.2 tonight? Is anyone? Oh, is that another one of their? They're doing it again. I almost feel like CrossFit is always doing an open. I think CrossFit Live is, I think CrossFit is always it's always open. Isn't CrossFit always open? It's always open. They have like if it's, they have a new open every fucking month. It seems like they're doing the trials for the next CrossFit Games. I don't know. I don't watch TV. I don't have time for that shit right now. I'm not gonna watch other people exercise. If it's live streaming, I don't know. Maybe I'll just take a look. I really don't care. I really don't care. So all right, so why don't you introduce yourself a little bit in the comments? So, because we have a new community over on YouTube that we're like opening up, we're opening up with a first live broadcast. So, if you're on YouTube, let's get to know each other's names a little bit because you're going to see the same people watching live regularly. And before I get into that, let me really clarify. There's going to be probably a new default place to do a live broadcast because if there's a situation where I can only go live in one place, it'll either be Facebook or YouTube. Most likely just Facebook. If I'm only able, let's say I'm traveling and I don't have Wi-Fi available, if there's only one place, it's going to be somewhere where I can record it and the video will stay. Like on Facebook, it'll always be there. On YouTube, I'm assuming it'll always be there. And Instagram, it doesn't last more than 24 hours. So I want to make sure that you understand to turn the notifications on all of your devices. That way you get notified when I go live. Yeah, it's like Periscope a little bit. YouTube is because you can have your screen name, right? For sure. So just make sure you turn the notifications on because the Daily Swole is now at different times, and it's at different times for a couple of reasons. Those of you that might be watching for the first time on YouTube Live, the reason why the Daily Swole time has changed, it used to be 12 noon Eastern time every day, is because it allows me more flexibility to get more content done. I have a lot more responsibilities and things that I'm trying to accomplish now than I did before. And also, it allows me to hit different audiences. So for whatever reason, let's say I'm going to be busy all day filming or doing something that I can't do the show from 10 to all day long, maybe I'll do it at 8 a.m., do the show, and then I'll hit a new audience. So everyone's tuning in at different times from around the world. Everyone, it's now the random, yeah, it's a random swole. It's the Daily Swole. So it's not random, it's every day still. There's a new episode every single fucking day. This is episode 664, 664 consecutive episodes. Haven't missed a day. And now it's different times, which allows the show to access more people. And this is also a podcast. It's a complete 100% podcast. So this audio, super high quality, goes to SoundCloud and Apple Podcasts on iTunes. So now you can also do the podcast if you want to catch some of the earlier episodes and you don't want to watch all of them. You know, you can go listen to the previous episodes, but make sure you turn your notifications on. So and then we'll get into the episode, the topic I want to talk about. What you're going to do is, for example, on Instagram, you're going to click the triple dots in the top corner of my profile, and you can turn on post notifications. On Facebook, at the top of the page, you can click to see my notifications first or to get notified, and then on YouTube, you can hit the bell on the front where it has a subscribe button at the top of my regular page. You can turn on your notifications. That way, you know when I'm going live. Okay, otherwise you're not going to know. I don't announce at the beginning of the day, hey, I'm going live. No, when I can go live, I'm going to go live. So make sure you turn on your notifications so you can catch it. You're not going to catch it every day, but that's why you can watch the replay or you can listen to the podcast. So you always get it. Thanks to my notifications, I had to stop whatever I was doing and had to watch the stream. Fuck yeah, you did. I thought you was done with YouTube, eh? I said I was done with YouTube because I was done with posting like that I was on YouTube. I was done with it the way I was doing it. And actually, right after I posted that video, I had the idea that I wanted to go live. I got another device. This all happened. I moved quickly. So in between that time period, I'm like, nope, I need to freaking flip it and do live on YouTube as well. All right, notifications on. Cool. So, what I want to talk about today in today's episode, let's jump right into the nitty gritty now that everyone's up to speed. And just remember, you got the podcast too, so you can watch it and listen. Let me take a sip of broth, bone broth for the win. Bing. All right. So, when to mix it up, right? So, when it comes to adaptation, and obviously I had a pattern, I had a sequence, I had a style of what I was doing, a pattern. You need to create that kind of pattern with your fitness. So when we relate that to health and fitness, when you create that pattern of exercising properly and doing it regularly and doing it consistently, you get into a routine. You see some progress, your body adapts, but then you kind of plateau and maybe, you're wondering maybe, are you plateaued? Do you need to mix it up? Do you need to shake up the muscles? Do you need to change your program? Start running more, doing more squats, do more cardio, changing up your macros. You start worrying about all these fucking things. And what you need to understand is the process of how the body adapts, how the body actually adapts. And you need to create consistency. You need to create consistency for that adaptation. If you want your muscles to grow, you have to create that kind of overload that will get them to grow. You can't just fucking do random shit all the time. And this is where the difference is between people saying I think that I hate CrossFit. The programming's not there, and it's high risk for people that shouldn't be doing it. Okay? It's not a fad. It's just you get better at CrossFit by doing CrossFit. If you want to build a functional physique, if you want to build strength, if you want aesthetics, and you want to have a certain appearance, it's bodybuilding. It's bodybuilding and plus your nutrition, but it's creating the body that you want and developing certain muscles and certain areas and so forth. And the difference is training a certain way to get a certain result. So I implore all of you, whether you're watching, doesn't matter what platform, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube, you need to make sure you're doing the training appropriate for what your vision is and what your goal is. Too many of you doing CrossFit because you want abs. You're doing CrossFit because you want to get bigger. I want to build muscle. I want to lose all this weight, so I'm doing CrossFit. And doing CrossFit is not a weight loss program. Doing CrossFit is not a bodybuilding, let me get abs program. You do CrossFit to get better at doing CrossFit. General movements done in random orders so you can get decent in a lot of different areas of expertise. Decent. You can't excel in any one area because you're trying to excel at so many at the same time. A lot of those lifts are very technical and they don't direct towards an aesthetic appearance. A squat is not a squat is not a squat. It's not just a squat. There are many subtleties to how you train. Acute variables like repetitions, rest between sets, how many times a week you're doing it, the selection of the exercises, what type of exercise it is, the order of the exercises, and bands, chains, all these different ways that the body or that the overload can create external force on the muscle throughout the range of that contraction, throughout the range of that joint. And you need to adapt. So for those of you that are fucking watching thinking you need to change your workout every day, you don't. You don't need to change your workout every week. You, in many cases, don't have to change your workout much month to month. You need to be consistent at shit and periodize your training and increase strength, increase overload and pyramid sets and failure sets and burnouts, but you need to keep the core of the workouts the same. Some core acute variables like rep ranges, how much weight you're lifting, the amount of cardio you're doing, and not because cardio eats muscle, but you are training the muscles in a different way, aerobically, and you want to train them glycolytically. You want to train them anaerobically, and that's what stimulates growth. So those moderate rep ranges sets more towards failure, failing between 8 to 12 repetitions, which gives you the overload and also gives you the volume that will damage the tissue, that will cause an adaptation that results in bigger fibers. And if you expose your body to a certain stress over and over again, it's going to do its best to adapt to make that stress less challenging. That's what the body will do. So it will adapt. And you need your training to go towards your goal. So breaking adaptation is important when you know you're going the wrong way. And that might be for some of you watching. You might think, okay, I've been going the wrong direction now. Shit, I shouldn't be doing so much cycling if I'm trying to bulk up. Or, I'm mixing up too many different types of expertise and I'm not focusing on what I truly want. Or I'm doing the wrong things that's not going to get me exactly where I thought I was going. Whatever. Any combination of holy shit, I need to change directions. Don't get so fucking proud. This is where my own experience today and with YouTube Live and doing things a little bit differently in my own daily life, this is the point where you need to learn how to pivot and change directions with your training. If you know something so true to yourself is just inherently wrong, or you see something that maybe you've been screwing up with, you have to admit it to yourself. So raise your hand or float some biceps, or we like floating fucking biceps in the Swole. So make sure you're commenting. I don't see enough comments. Wake the fuck up. This is a triple broadcast. We're not fucking around here. We're not fucking around here on the sleazy, on the daily sleaze. So make sure you're floating some hearts. Wake up. Abigail, thank you, dear. Oh, thank you, Abigail. I'm woke. Cody's woke as fuck on YouTube. What up? Yeah, YouTube Live. You can comment. I haven't seen things pop up. I have to scold you all. Flexing for arms today. Let's see. One reason I haven't done your virtual leg workouts yet. Oh, I can scroll through old messages. Oh, is because I really like my current leg workout. I want to progress that. Okay. All right. Well, cool. Well, I hope you're doing it. Yeah, float some biceps. Sweet. So how many people are watching on YouTube? We're getting people on YouTube. YouTube is competing with the other ones. YouTube is competing with is putting out some good numbers. So do we have anyone that's watching on? Do we have anyone that's watching on YouTube that is now a YouTube converted? Like if it's going to be on YouTube, you're going to go and turn that on. I don't know. YouTube for the win. So YouTube is I guess the quality is better. I mean it's horizontal too, but I wonder if it looks crisper. I'm a convert. Oh, so people are going YouTube. Good quality on here. Sweet. All right, fam. Badass. Fucking awesome. And I'm also super stoked that it's just going to be on YouTube. I don't have to upload videos to YouTube. That was a tedious process. Today is the first day I've had failure sets on squats. Nice. So here's that's my point, is that you need to know when to pack it up. I've said before, and the reason why this episode is perfect timing, because I've said before that you all need less random shit. You need less variety. You're not focusing enough on the basic shit that you should be doing. But now what I'm saying is you should also know when to cut it quits. And you have to give it long enough. You have to give it long enough. You have to give it long enough to see if it's working or not. And I've been doing, for example, the uploaded videos to YouTube, the previous Daily Swoles, and they just weren't picking off. I mean, after 636 straight episodes, you kind of have an idea. When the content and the viewage and everything was blowing up on all the other channels, YouTube was kind of slow, and you could blame algorithms or, whatever, but it doesn't have anything to do with it. It just wasn't the right content for the platform. So now I'm switching back to a little bit more entertainment, but it's gonna be fucking awesome. Yeah, it's just great for me to see, and I can see the comment and take. So now let's do some questions. My point is, I just flipped it. Boom. Now I'm not gonna be uploading. I'm doing this now. And I'll flip and I'll turn my direction really quickly when I really feel it. Like you'll know when it's time to change. You'll know when it's time to change. Thanks for the comment, Lauren. Appreciate it. You'll know when it's time to change. You'll know when you have to be like, this is not fucking working out of bail. So you need to get in touch with yourself. You need to know what's really better for your body and what is best for you mentally. So for me, this setup now and being able to go live on YouTube bias my live broadcast to YouTube and Facebook probably because they save. So, or what makes me happy is that it makes my day a lot simpler and allows me to put out better stuff and get more stuff done and have less stress. I feel it already. I feel weird right now because this is just brand new. This is the first, it's new. Something fundamentally new that I haven't been doing since the beginning. So never be afraid to try new things. Stick to it, you know, stick to it, but you have to give it time to see if it works, and you also have to know when to pull the plug. You have to know when to cut and run. You going to vlog more? Your old training content is awesome. Well, what kind of old training content? I used to post up like stuff. I do all my training content on my website, swolenormousx.com. I think it's in the post description on YouTube Live. But swolenormousx.com, that's where I do all my training now because my time is limited to editing. It's tedious and it's very well organized on my private site. That's where I have all my programs and stuff. That's like my inner private community. So I think on YouTube, in the comments or in the description of this video, you'll see it at swolenormousx.com if you want to check it out, learn more. Christopher Castillo on Facebook. Does a high-fat diet affect triglycerides, or are your labs more controlled because you're using fat for energy? Yeah, I mean, triglycerides are usually more related to higher carbohydrate and lower fat, but certain types of vegetable fats, for example, can raise triglycerides. More research needs to be done on that. So I can't give you like a straight answer. I don't have all the research in front of me, but that's what I'm aware of from some of the things I've read recently. But there needs to be a lot more studies on those things to know how exactly it affects. So it's not just, oh, it does this. We don't have that direct answer yet. Save you time to reach more. Yeah, exactly, Mark. Mark Morales. Facebook and Instagram, Facebook or whatever is ahead. Well, it's funny you should say that, Mark. I'm not going to say anything more about that, but have no worries. How about that? Have no worries. Oh, there's a lot of stuff coming. I've been doing the vlog also. You guys like that on, how do you like that on Instagram? This is kind of like a whole polling episode. How do you like that on Instagram? I'm turning my Instagram stories, by the way. If no one follows me, my Instagram story is going to be more like my vlog wherever I go because I always have my phone. So I'm going to turn the Instagram story into like my vlog, like tons of video all day long. Really follow me along the way. What I'm eating, just every day. It's going to be really cool. And then the Swole Motions will kind of be like funny stuff and little summaries and shit like that. This will be a longer podcast. You ask me questions live. And then some other awesome videos and playlists will come back real quick, promise. I can't understand how you don't have more subs on YouTube. I can't understand how you don't have more subs on YouTube. You're better than those with high subs, high content. Yeah, well, I appreciate that. I really do. That means a lot. And personally, I agree. But I mean, I'm biased. But I appreciate that coming from you. And I don't know if anyone else agrees, but I'd love to hear that feedback. And it's a ton of work. I'm not patting myself on the back, but it's a ton of work. Your vlogs on IG are the only reason I go there. Oh, thanks, man. I think it's a man. I can't say the name for that. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of fucking work, and that's one of the reasons why the time to upload, the HD video, to record it with the camera, copy it, edit it, export it, like it took fucking hours, and it wasn't doing it. It wasn't, the return hasn't been enough, and I'm never going to stop the Daily Swole because it's great on podcasts, SoundCloud, and Apple Podcasts. Like those numbers crush. People love the podcast, and Facebook and Instagram, everyone uses those, so it's easy to catch me. And Instagram, there's posts and different things I do there. So yeah. Oh, thanks, T. The Daily Swole is pretty much the only podcast I listen to now. Nice. Yeah, and the cool thing is now on YouTube, it can be conversational. We can have like a conversation. It's not you're watching me have conversations. You know, YouTube was like the outsider because I wasn't doing triple live, which is not like, oh, how shame on you. How could you not go live on all three? Does anyone do triple live broadcasts except like fucking Ty Lopez or something? But like I've done it before, but back in the day I was doing a triple live with Facebook, Busker, which is now defunct, and Periscope, which I don't even know if anyone uses Periscope anymore. But that's my triple broadcast. But YouTube Live wasn't around yet, and let's see, Instagram Live didn't exist. YouTube, I put on. Let's see, love the energy of your videos and content. I want to hear. Try to catch up with them while at work. Oh, thank you. I put on weight so easily every time I decide to stop training for a few days. What do you mean? Like, what do you do? I mean, if you're eating shit because you're not training, that could be why. A lot of people tend to leave their diet in the dust if they're not training. Aaron, I love seeing how exercise are correctly done. It helps as I don't go to a gym, of course. Okay. A change is coming thanks to you. People will only hear the truth from me this weekend in Columbus. No doubt. I got SoundCloud just for the Daily Swole. I like the autoplay of the episodes while I work out. Awesome. The Daily Swole is pretty much the only podcast I listen to now every morning. Fuck yeah. And you know what's great is that now that we're kind of getting to know each other, and like I said on YouTube, make sure you comment um, a little bit about yourself. You don't have to give your first and last name on YouTube, but maybe drop like what your goal is on YouTube, YouTube Live. Like, are you trying to build muscle? Are you trying to lose weight? Are you? What's the deal? Because everyone's gonna start to get to know like each other's names, and you'll recognize. And yeah, it's nice just to be here with all three of y'all. So episode 664 of the Daily Sleazy. Now I don't have to export this a whole long video. It'll be super cool. I can't wait to see what this looks like on YouTube. So I'll reorganize the playlist and kind of move things around. And I'll get some more content up as I'm shifting through this different phase. But I have a lot of stuff that's going on behind the scenes. There's some other things I'm dropping that no one knows about yet. It's gonna be fucking great. So I'm really excited. I'm really excited. The only podcast I listen to has helped me so much with training. You're the best. And the YouTube comments kind of scroll really fast, so it's hard for me to go back and look at some of them. If you write multiple comments, it's hard for me to read. So I'll have to get to some of these maybe after. All right. Hello, hello. Appreciate your hard work. Well, thank you, sir. Hi from London. What's going on, IG? Holla, holla. So everyone, make sure, in closing, today's episode, I'm fucking amped. I'm so pinch my fucking nips, right? Just my nips just get so they've been rock hard like fucking diamonds the entire episode. So make sure you turn your notifications on, turn them on, the triple dots on Instagram, the top of the page on Facebook, and ring the bell on YouTube. Make sure you turn on your notifications so you know when I go live. And remember, you can check your alerts and stuff with SoundCloud, iTunes for the podcast, which will be up pretty quick, usually during the day after the Swole and the episode. So if I can, I usually try to go earlier with the Daily Swole than later. That way, if you catch it later, you can always watch a replay. So different times, make sure notifications are on because when you show up, I'll answer questions and I'll really interact a lot with all of you. That's why I'm here. And we'll have topics every fucking day, and I'll pinch my nips. I'll talk about sex. I'll call people whores and sluts. I'll call people pimps and man dicks. I'll talk everything. It's so vulgar. Earmuff your children. I don't censor anything. I don't fucking care. We're talking fitness. We're getting yoked. We're growing beards. We're pinching our nips. It's a very, very eclectic show, but yeah, yeah. But it's legit because we make sick fucking gains. And it's on. It's fucking game time, bruh. Game time, bruh. So I'll catch everyone tomorrow for episode 665 of the Daily Swole. Remember on Instagram, if you're not following on Instagram, get in on the Daily Swole Club. And in closing, everyone should either follow me on Instagram at Swolenormous or download fucking Instagram, get an Instagram account, because if you comment Like and comment a picture or video within the first 5 minutes with the hashtag Daily Swole Club. I am giving away shit programs. I'm giving away lesson packs. I'm giving away Skype and FaceTimes. I'm giving away t-shirts and fucking gear, coffee mugs. I'm giving away shit over there on Instagram. So make sure you follow me there and try to hook into the Daily Swole Club, turn on your notifications, and then comment, like, and use the hashtag Daily Swole Club within the first 5 minutes to be entered to win. And I'll pick one person. I'll pick one person and I'll drop you a line. I'll tag you in my story on Instagram and I'll fucking send you something cool. All right? Any kind of digital or physical product, and it'll just be like a round robin of what you get. But go participate. I'll drop it all. Lay it on the line. I'll just teabag your face with knowledge. Just fucking knowledge, fisting. Just absolute, just pure and unbridled. Pure and unbridled awesomeness. So thank you so much, everyone, for joining me for episode 664 of the most muscular podcast in the realm. Because when I flex, you flex. We all flex our biceps. Episode 664 in the books. I'll see you tomorrow for episode 665. Peace, McGee's fam. Deuce, Magoose. A Papa Swolio. Out. Later. Thank you so much. Thank you for joining. Thank you for watching on YouTube. I don't even know how to stop this. I don't even know how to cancel the recording. Cancel, mute recording. Oh my goodness. I don't even know how to do this. What do I do? How do I get out of this? This is awesome. I'm leaving it live because I don't even know how to get out of the... Are you sure you want to stop streaming?